Magic. Oh my god. Loud. Shut. Okay. Oh my god. Just noticed this playlist I'm listening to only has 36 views. And 1 like. And now has 2 likes. How does it only... What? Whack. Very whack. I haven't started up the game yet, and I'm pretty sure I need to load shaders. Wait. I forgot. I forgot about the shaders. Oh no. Oh no, not the shaders. It has been a couple days. We're back. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. It's a little bit cold. Oh my god, whoa no. What is up? I'm up. Holy shit. Oh my god, jeez. Fucking water fell on top of my keyboard. Thankfully it was closed. Okay. Apex, how long are you gonna take to load shaders, huh? A while. Well, I guess we just chat in the meantime. Oof. Okay. Oh, my back. My back. What do I have to chat about? Oh, I do have something to chat about actually. Today I got my motorcycle fixed. The rear brake wasn't working. It is now though, and I did not have to pay anything to fix it because I still have a warranty on it till next year. So boom, I did not pay a cent to fix it. Mega W. I also had the engine light on for some reason. The mechanic told me that it was some kind of error related to the air filter. I don't know. We were both a little bit confused. He just got rid of it and yeah. I guess we're good now. No idea. I've had the engine light come up twice. First time it was, I think, related to some kind of fuel issue. I don't know. I mean, the bike was fine. I don't really know. I don't know. It was fine. Nothing happened. He just got rid of the error and yeah. This time, yeah, I don't know. Same shit. It was on, I guess, for a different reason, but the bike was fine. So, I swear. New bikes being so sensitive to the tiniest thing, but then there's nothing wrong. I mean, I guess it's good. It's just annoying that, you know, the engine light comes on and you think that it might be something more serious, but then it's nothing. So I already kind of thought it was nothing because I remember it turned on exactly when I reached 10,000 kilometers on it. So I thought, oh, it just turned on as like a reminder to take it to inspection, because new bikes do that. I said doo-doo. I don't know why they do that. They could just make it do something else. Have like a different light come on, or I don't know, is there something else aside from usually the actual engine light? Like, come on, man. But yeah, at least everything's good. It's nothing to worry about. It's crazy. Cause my motorcycle is from a brand called CF Moto, which is a Chinese brand, and a lot of people hate on it because it's not a known brand. It's still kind of new, but even though it's new to the the general motorcycle stuff, I mean, they're doing fine. There haven't really been any issues with them, so even though people are hating on it only because it's a Chinese company, I mean, there hasn't been anything wrong with them so far. So literally, people only hate on it because it's just Chinese brand. That's it. That's the only reason. And everyone that has owned one, I haven't seen anyone say anything like bad about them. Everyone has said good things, like, yeah, these are actually pretty good, you know? Yeah. And then maybe like a model here and there that had a little issue that needed to have a recall, but that happens with so many brands, even the most well-known brands, and even worse things with known brands. So, oh, it's just funny. Like, one of the minor reasons I got this bike from this brand was kind of just to be like, to have people tell me like, oh no, that's a bad decision, you shouldn't go for this, should go for a well-known, like, I don't know, Honda, Yamaha, you know, that kind of stuff. And then it was kind of a very minor reason, but it's just kind of a funny reason, just out of spite, to be like, you know what, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna prove to you that it's good. I mean, my dad was one of those that was like, no, you shouldn't get that, it's bad, it's Chinese, it's bad. But then he tried it a little bit and he was like, never mind. They're pretty good. I don't know, I can't really take my dad's opinion seriously on bikes because he doesn't really know much about them. He did take his to a mechanic that has that opinion about these brands. We literally went there today and he's like, yeah, I mean, it's just, they were kind of commenting like, yeah, I mean, brand's kind of, yeah, no, I would never get something from that brand. I get it. Since it's still kind of new, people don't know how it's going to be in the long term, like when you have a lot of kilometers on them. Sure, I get that, but that's literally the only thing to be worried about right now about these bikes. Only thing is the worry about how they're gonna perform after a lot of kilometers. That's it. Because aside from that, they're completely fine. You know, about my wrist, I've been thinking if doing this, trying to exercise my hand with this little spring thing, I've been wondering if it actually makes it worse. I don't know. If anything, it doesn't make it better. So it either does nothing or makes it worse. So I don't know. I still feel like I should do it because I mean I'm doing some kind of exercise, even if it's just my hand and maybe a little bit of my arm. I don't know. I don't know if it makes it worse or not. Ugh. And Apex is still loading shaders. It's almost at 90%. It takes so long. I have to see if after the stream I remember to also start up another game that also takes a while to load these. Which is Fragpunk, by the way. Because last time I was gonna play that with someone and then I forgot that I had updated my drivers. And so I launched the game and I had to wait like, I don't know, maybe like almost 10 minutes for it to load everything. %92%. Almost there. Oh my god. Oh me eye. Almost. I didn't really have dinner today. I mean, kinda. I ate a couple toasts. I had some milk with coffee right before dinner time. It was like 7 p.m. And I had that because I didn't really eat much before that. I just haven't really been too hungry ever since then. I don't know, I guess maybe once I play for a bit, maybe once I decide to go watch some stuff, I'll maybe get some food then. Okay. Okay, let me show you. Game is finally loaded. Transition! Amazing. Okay. I did see that Arena's got a little update. Oh my god. It was a little bit changed. I don't know, maybe I'll try it in a bit, but I don't know. Also this new let it start. Oh right, it's only on the actually wait no. Thought this was only supposed to be on the weekend, but it says it starts in 17 hours. Yeah, I mean 17 hours, it's gonna be like what, Friday? Or maybe they count Friday as well. This is something that's like, yeah, pretty much a weekend stuff. And you get some rewards and yeah, I don't know. I don't really know much how it works, but I do know if you end in the top 10% of players, you get a special skydive trail. You're automatically enrolled once the ranked ladder begins and assigned to a person with max 100 participants. Oh wait, what? Okay, so you get assigned to a leaderboard that is max 100. So that means you have to be in the top 10. Why do they even bother saying top 10% then? If it's an actual top 10. So when I heard top 10%, that definitely doesn't sound as bad. For example, I don't know, imagine you have like 20,000 players participating. And so 10% of that is gonna be, you know, like what, 2,000 players to be in that? So you're much more likely, I would say, to be in a top 10% than an actual top 10. Then again, if it's 100 participants, I don't know. It still sounds a lot harder if it's 100. Maybe you can get very lucky and most of those in 100 are kind of meh. Crossplay must be enabled. Oh, those sport console players. Jesus. Why? Kinda weird. Alright, I'm just gonna do some of this for now. See how I'm doing here. Well, okay. Also, once I reach level 30, I'll be having 50 of these, which means I can get okay, where are these again? The I think they're in the store. Where the fuck are those reactive skins? Oh, is it this? Oh wait, you can just get any now. Oh, cool. Okay, but it was this one that I was thinking about getting. Okay, but I'm glad you can do that. This isn't all of them though. Interesting. These only seem to be the level 10s. Actually, wait. No, this one is another variant. Yeah, I think I will be getting this one. It does have better iron sights, and I mean it looks pretty. Looks pretty good. And I love the R9, you know. Definitely in my top 3 favorite weapons in the game. I think if I were to name my favorite weapons in the game, it would definitely be the R9, Sentinel, and maybe the R301, I guess. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay, music. I need something. Actually, no, I might just leave this. Keep this chill plates. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it a bit quieter so I can actually hear the game. There, okay, just keep it quiet in the background. Wish I did have a couple snacks here, though.
I go and I hate being cooped up.
I'm not gonna go get any, because if I go, I'm pretty sure my parents are still awake, and so my mom would just really complain like, "Oh, well, why are we not eating dinner yet?" No? and I would just be getting snacks instead.
Got a good feeling about this area.
I do intend on eating whatever dinner is, but not yet. Okay. Let's do this shit. We the only ones here? On this side at least? Oh, teammate disconnected. Uh-oh. Ah, fuck. I didn't want it to fall. Can I have another P20 maybe? Oh.
Just a sec.
Grab. Okay. Oh, me.
Thanks.
Oh, Boom. Oh, from the left, okay. Oh, hey.
Add some prey. I
Ow.
got a target shield. Firing. Recharging my shield. Mark right here. Reach nearby and it closes 45. Why wait?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Throwing thermite.
I'm low on health.
Healing up.
so dead.
Seal up your laces. Shatter the
Oh
brace
god.
shield.
Oh god, he's jumping.
I don't have to break it to you, but you're not winning.
You know what? I'm gonna play as the new guy.
Upgraded, uplifted, and to no good.
Oh well, first match. Unfortunate, because we didn't have a third teammate.
Extended light magazine here. Level 3.
Come on, Dibs!
You know, I think not streaming for 3 days did actually help, because I was feeling very... I don't know, I didn't... I didn't know what to do for a stream. And especially this game, I didn't even feel like... I don't know, I didn't feel like doing anything. But I think it helped in refreshing me mind. What is this? Yeah, the new guy. What is this song? I feel like I'm in a Spanish romantic dinner. Hello? I just noticed the name. I'm a ghost. Ooh.
This is your champion.
I'm the jump master.
No, I'm not.
Ah, se lo dici tu.
Oh yeah, master of the jump right here.
Make the game a bit louder and make the music quieter. Okay. I'm so ready to die right away.
Dropping in.
Boy.
Hang on.
Yeah, Ratatouille restaurant. Ratatouille. Bake me a classic Italian dish. Wait, French? Yeah, Ratatouille is in France, right? Ratatouille, Paris. Oh god.
Got this weapon in hand. Attention.
You did? So proud of you.
First blood. Ah, I was sure it would be me.
Oh. Hello, beautiful.
Take your time. The ring is close and there's a whole minute to play.
Got extra supplies
No.
there. No need to thank me.
Looking for sniper optics, Raga.
Dude. Like that.
45 seconds. Ring.
I don't want no bow.
Evo harvesters are
It is gay. Gay using a bonus. Oh fuck.
Might be something this way.
New kill leader. Yep.
We're near the ring, but only 30 seconds left to get inside.
I'll watch this. Where's the thing?
Survey point over there.
Wait, oh, it's up there, huh? Boom.
Like I said, enemy locations are on your map.
Contact with hostile.
Stick with me. I always find my mark.
Does this enhanced weapon make me look
Oh my God.
scarier? I bet it does.
So far away.
10 seconds to the ring. It's close at least.
Christ, dude.
Spread out. Just passing that info along.
Rafe is gonna die. I'm predicting it. They're gonna die. They're gonna disconnect.
Wake up, ring's moving. That thing hurts.
New kill leader. We need to regroup here.
Okay, maybe they are waiting. Who knows?
Voila, extra supplies.
Hopefully they are waiting. Gonna.
Like I said, I'm ready to gather intel. Enemy locations are on your
Oh
map.
shit, they're right here.
Stick with me.
I'm taking a shot.
Uh-oh.
Someone's got a shot on me pretty short.
Bullseye. Enemy track.
Just shot it. Grenade.
Uh-oh.
Troops to the rescue.
Hey, frag out.
I bet that care package has some sweet gear for me.
Thermite grenade out.
Alright, frag
It's
out.
okay. I don't think anyone saw. Except whoever shot.
Throwing our stuff.
Except me. I saw everything.
Tracker in place. Target scanned and tracked. I broke an opponent's shield.
Enemy down.
Whoa, grenade.
pop up. They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Same down. Contact with hostile.
Shots fired. And there hit me.
Here comes the sting.
Contact with hostile.
I'm down.
Getting shot at. Took out an enemy. Who's
Going
next?
this way.
Their enemy shield is broken. Last one down. Ciao, ciao.
Feels
That's
good when a
squad.
plan actually
Oh,
works.
you're,
God.
you're all
Nice
right.
job.
Dai, tieni duro.
I was muted for that because I was talking with my mom and clutching.
Nice job.
It's okay. I don't think anyone saw. Except whoever shot you.
Fucking, I clutched while I was distracting talking to my mom. There's no way.
I'm recharging my shields.
Ain't no way.
Shield core here. Level 2.
Recharging shields.
Bonk.
Gotta hop up here. Select fire. Patching
Optics here.
myself up.
Close range.
There's one right here.
I need it.
Oh,
I feel like there are people have been through. Watch out. I hear enemy activity this way.
Shots fired. And they're hitting me. Enemy shield
Going
cracked.
this way.
Bullseye.
That way.
Enemy track.
It's too so clock.
Their enemy shield is broken.
oh my god.
Tracker set. And ready to gather intel. Reloading.
Disconnected, no.
Healing up. Eyes are open though.
Tracker out and scanning for enemies. Bullseye. Enemy track.
Oh my god.
Their enemy shield is broken.
Broken enemy shield. Broken enemy shield. Downed enough.
Time to let this stinger do the hunting. Healing.
Oh boy.
Reloading. Kill their enemy.
Okay.
I'm recharging my shields.
We good?
Making contact with enemy.
Oh.
I'm down.
Setting a tracker.
Contact.
Un momento, per favore. Their enemy
Oh my god, Jesus
shield
Christ.
is broken. Reloading.
Contact with target.
Reloading.
And that's how you get the job done.
Ah!
Tieni duro. We got
Oh
this.
my god.
Recharging my shields. Cover me. Oh, che bello. I'm at the max level.
Healing up.
Eyes are open though.
Shield core here. Level 2. I'm recharging my shields.
Whew.
Healing.
I need light ammo.
I don't have too much. I have that much, but that gets used quite fast with an R9.
Round 2.
Oh my god.
Down.
Got some light ammo here?
Next ring's far. Void jumping.
Hell yeah.
Let's explore this way.
I'll get some ammo for him. El Italiano, I've got you, brother. Only our Mirage did not disconnect. Would have been good. Mm.
The ring's closing in a minute. We're not close.
This weapon is somehow even more beautiful than before.
Really? Yeah, it's really bad.
Found a shield battery here.
45 seconds. Ring's far.
Got some light ammo here.
Baboom.
I need it. Thank you.
Di niente.
Di niente? Is that how you say you're welcome? In in Italian? Oh, I don't really know much Italian.
Got an enhanced weapon. Ready to use it.
Got this weapon enhanced. Good.
Another squad went through that place.
Heads up. The ring's moving.
Mm. Mm.
Attention, the care package has been eliminated.
Heads up. Care package coming in.
Oh, oh.
Track it out. I added the
Good.
enemy's position to your map.
This guy's insane.
Non c'è di che.
RE4. Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
Very nice.
Let's regroup here.
Thought I saw someone for a second. Like a,
There is a
almost looked like a shadow.
Oh, there's a new kill leader.
Enemy over there.
Oh boy.
What now?
Dropship coming in.
Found an enemy out there.
2 other squads remain.
Oh, they definitely saw me.
They spotted me. I'm taking
Uh
shots.
oh.
Enemy shield broken. Phasing.
Sting it out.
Enemy down. Need to recharge my shields.
Bullseye. Killed an opponent. Boom. Tracker set.
Oh god.
Loading.
Enemy shield broken.
Stalking.
Ew.
Countdown.
Track it out.
I got this. Come on.
Careful. Contact with target. Follow the tunnel.
Hey, they're shooting at me. Fucking an upstar. I can't.
Oh no! I'm stuck! Oh no! Oh
I've seen target dummies smarter than you.
man. No. Well, once again, we did lose a third teammate. Can I have one game where I have a full team? Jesus. Please, come on. Hiroshi, isn't that a brand in Cyberpunk? Like a cyberware or brand thing. I don't know. I haven't played that game in a while. Yeah, my mom did say that she had made something with pasta for dinner, which does excite me because honestly, any dish with pasta for me is like the best you can make for me. Pasta is just the best. I might.
All lead to the same place.
Maybe that's why we're late to this character.
Someone wants to challenge us?
The Italian. I'm not Italian. But hey, I fucking love pasta. Out of this stuff that you can make food with, like potatoes or rice, pasta, whatever. Pasta is my... That's my teammate, Hunter. Oh my god, he's in the champion squad. I wanna kill him. Anyway, yeah, pasta's pretty good. Honestly, out of the pastas that there are, spaghetti is my least favorite. I don't know. Spaghetti is just kind of overrated, you know. I prefer the other smaller ones that are in different shapes and all that. Give me a fucking... Give me. I see him.
Setting a tracker.
These bombs, the enemy stands before us.
Hello! What's up? What the fuck?
Setting a
What was
tracker.
that?
Un momento, per favore.
Enemy shield
Spaghetti.
down an enemy.
Oh shit. Come in! I...
Tracker out. Scanning for enemies.
Enemy shield
Uh-oh. You can't get in, right? Or at least not easily.
Get me. Bullseye. Enemy
Oh
tracker.
my god.
You're alright. Tieni duro. We got this.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
eyes are open now.
Dropping a tracker.
Where'd I go?
Will bind them. Recharging
What?
shields.
My teammate blocked
That
it.
enemy's being tracked.
Healing.
Yeah.
Catching myself up.
Evo harvesters.
Ow.
Third party.
Jesus Christ, my head.
They're gonna regret this. Recharging my shields. Cover me.
I need the head, bro. I need it to think.
Momento. Gotta heal.
A little amount of thinking I do, but still.
Taking shots.
Ah.
Opening fire. Tracker scan.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Bullseye.
Uh-oh.
Third party.
Please.
I leveled.
Please.
We chopped it. Bullseye.
I-
Enemy tracked.
Up it. Okay.
Enemy tracked.
Oh my god.
I'm down. Nobody look.
He's right there. Shoot him. No.
Your mind should be as sharp as your blade.
Are you in the game? Mr. Frey? Oh yeah, you are. I see. Hello. Oh boy. Hello. Ish. One sleeping. I'm not. No sleep gang. Wait, let me see. I didn't even check. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna play for. I'm gonna... Oh wait, oh my god, I keep forgetting to press ready. I'm gonna try to play for a while. But I'm hungry. Because I had like half a dinner at 7. Oh my god. I don't know, I'll try to see if I can play for a while. Oh my god. Hopefully at least like an hour. We'll see. Uh-huh. Now today my mood is definitely a bit better. Cause
Finding you in the ring will be.
I went to fix my bike, right? Cause the rear brakes were not working.
I'm still figuring that.
And I didn't have to pay anything for it, thankfully. I thought that I needed to change the tires because they seemed like they needed to be changed. But I asked the people there and they said, nah, you're fine. Your problem is that you're not leaning enough.
This
Because the middle of the tire was kind of a little bit used. Basically, my issue was I'm not leaning enough in the curves.
Here, you're in.
Say no less. Right after I was done with that,
It was an honor.
I fucking started leaning more. Because I was, especially now, I was leaning even less than before because I thought that my tires needed to be changed, right? So I was kind of scared. But when they told me that, it just gave me enough confidence to just, yeah, lean a lot more. 2 or 3 games max already. Jesus Christ. You need to sleep more, buddy.
We should inspect that area.
Yes. Gonna land over here. Hopefully. Great weapon. Wait. Wait, I'm out of here. Oh, I didn't pick up the... Bruh, I thought I picked up the R301. What was that?
I was sure it would be me.
Wait, that's you in there. Okay, never mind.
V2020 here.
Round 1. Beginning
Any.
countdown.
We are inside the next ring. A net positive result.
I would use the P20, but... I don't know. I don't like them. Even though they're good.
This weapon is somehow even more beautiful than before.
Evo harvesters are now available.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Oh, I want that. Per favore.
Extended sniper
Ah! Fucking voice line.
Wingman here. Light ammo here.
Okay.
Oh, grazie.
Meet me here.
The fuck?
Enemy at that location.
I've got an opponent inside. They're far. Tracker dart, out. Bullseye. Enemy tracked.
Warning. Movement in progress.
Hope you're ready to fight, because we've got an opponent nearby. Frag out. Tracker out. A tra poco. Tracking an enemy. Let the
Ooh.
ambush begin.
Ooh.
Setting a tracker.
Adjust your strategy. Time to mine. Shields are depleted.
Nil kill leader. Huh. And chucking a thermite grenade. Ooh.
I'm behind.
Damages.
Attenzione. Enemy.
That's a decoy.
Beware. I've added a variable.
Reloading. Tracker out and scanning for enemies. Opponent found and trapped.
Oh my god. A nade.
Recharging shields.
Man.
Time to mind you.
The fuck?
Found and trapped.
Reloading. Enemy down.
Tracker scanning.
Reloading.
Took out
Ooh.
enemy. I'm recharging my shields.
Recharging shields.
Healing.
Killed one myself.
That's so much ammo.
On me. Not so fast. Enemy close. Reloading.
Tracker out. A tra poco. Bullseye. Enemy tracked. Thermite grenade out.
Releasing an arc star.
Bruh. What are my nades?
Enemy here repairing their wounds.
You know? They're gonna shoot me from behind.
Opponent here. Guns up.
Stuff.
Okay, I don't think anyone saw me. Except whoever
Oh
shot
my god.
Bullseye! Kill the champion! Che bello! I'm an upgraded...
I expect a simulacrum to be more resilient.
Setting a tracker. Shield core here. Level 2.
Recharging
Here.
shields.
Select fire. Recharging my shields. Cover me.
Multi here.
Very nice. Multi.
Heal, heal, heal.
Administering medical aid.
Where's the... Oh,
Healing.
Recharging shields.
Optics here.
Accelerant
Close
here.
range.
Thanks.
I need a bigger backpack.
The vault.
Mm-hmm.
Adequate.
Can see if I can hit the scanner. I'm all the way over here.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 3.
Are you gonna hit it?
Setting a tracker.
Oh my god.
Per favore. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me.
There's no one around?
My mark.
Damn.
I'm going there. You would be wise to follow.
Vault.
We should probe that sector over there.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Evac. Oh yeah.
Five here.
Forgot I had one.
Them to your advantage.
Setting up an evac tower.
Optics here. Close range.
One half of the squads remain.
Replicator. Dropping in.
I'm gonna drop here to use this.
Scanning. I added the enemy's positions to your map. Non c'è di che.
There we go.
Target spotted. Far off.
Have that too.
An excellent.
Oh, we do have enemies in there.
I have a subject in view. Far off.
Di niente.
Enemy here. Enemy shield cracked. These. I'm under fire.
Delivering frag.
Throwing frag.
Oh,
Track it out. Tracking an enemy. Let the ambush begin.
Recharging shield.
Dannazione. Taking damage. An enemy.
Taking damage.
Track it out and scanning for enemies. Taking damage.
Enemy.
Track it out.
I have shattered a subject's shield. We're being attacked by two different squads.
hey.
We routed that squad. Hardly a challenge.
Recharging my shields.
Where's that different squad?
I'm under fire. This will caught with no way out.
Un momento. Gotta heal.
Recharging shields. Time to bind you. Heal, heal, heal.
My weapon is now enhanced.
Track it out and scanning for enemies. Enemy locations. Watch out. Opponent there. Getting shot at.
But
Reload.
only one? It's only one of them. Only a wave.
Recharging shields.
I think it's you or someone.
Recharging my shields. Cover.
No, let's see it.
New kill leader? Huh. I don't know. Sounds like too much pressure for them.
Enemy there. This will bind them.
The rewards in that care package could be a deciding
Enemy there.
variable.
Great as well.
Track it out. Recharging my shields. Cover me. target here. Time to say hi. With our guns.
I now have an enhanced weapon.
Setting a tracker.
Fire on
Un momento. I've got an enemy. Ambushed. Hey, look, getting shot at. I broke an opponent's shield.
Bound by my hand.
Placing an
Taking fire.
Reloading.
Hey, nice.
last one. Subtracted from the equipment.
Shields are depleted. Recharging. Enemy is that location.
Healing. Recharging my shield. Cover me.
Attention. Loot bins have been
We're
restocked.
inside the next
Target
ring.
spotted here.
I'm recharging my shields.
Enemy in the distance.
Attention. Delivering replicator.
Subject spotted here.
Setting a tracker.
Taking fire. Pitiful. Allowing them so. Tear through.
Broken opponent's shield. Took out an enemy.
Down me.
Firing stinger. Tracker in place. Opponent's shield.
Ooh.
Enemy down.
Enemy down. Fire.
Oh damn.
Whole team out. One less squad to hunt.
Good kill.
It's okay. I don't think anyone saw.
Oh my god, this shit.
Only 2 enemy squads left.
They didn't hit me once. I
Ciao.
Interesting
think I heard someone reviving someone.
Administering medical aid.
Take here.
Shields
Shield core here.
recharging.
Level 4.
You're not getting left behind. Not on my watch.
Enemy here. This will bind them.
Got the Phoenix kit here.
Binding them. Caught.
Getting shot at.
Ooh.
Setting out the track. Target scanned and tracked.
Gas trap deployed. Administering medical
Phase
aid.
tear here.
Already in the next ring? Time for a gelato? I'm kidding.
Care
I'm
package.
Sending out star. It's caught. Like a rat.
Getting shot.
Enemy shield cracked.
Tracker out. A tra poco.
Far.
Oh, they're shooting at me.
Administering a Phoenix kit.
I'm recharging my shields.
These bombs.
Enemy here.
Caught with no way out.
Good thing I left that tracker there, huh? Oh my god.
Reloading. Eliminate the enemy. I'm under fire.
Subject down.
Caught with no way out. Enemy shield cracked.
Oh.
The kill leader. Tracker out and scanning for enemies.
I need energy ammo.
Replicator being delivered.
Opponent right. Shield battery here.
There's a replicator coming.
Arc star out.
Hey, got the target here.
Binding them.
Maybe not.
Need a suit to follow.
Oh my god.
Enemy shield. Watch out.
I have shattered a subject's shield.
Tracker out and scanning for enemies.
Level 4.
Good news, amici. Only one squad.
I'm out of energy ammo.
Oh my god, that's true.
Let's go to this area.
Adequate. I can make disregard. Evac tower here.
I'll grab that.
Administering medical aid.
Oh yeah, I was the only one missing that.
Shield core here. Level 4.
Target here. Time to say hi. With our guns.
Taking fire.
Ow.
In a bind. Enemy shield cracked. Lead time bind. Phase tear ready.
Watch out. Enemy here.
Warning.
Un momento. Gotta heal.
We're already in the next ring. Not gone.
Hey, GG. Nice. This guy
You are the Apex champion.
is actually pretty good. I like it. I think if it wasn't for that tracker that I left behind us, I think we would have got ambushed by that squad. I left it in a place that they couldn't see it as they were running up. So yeah, it definitely caught them off guard. Honestly, if they're gonna balance this guy, I don't think there's any audio cues to when you're near a tracker like that. If they were to balance it, I definitely would say to put some kind of audio cue if you're near a tracker. I don't think there is. I don't know. I don't really remember hearing anything. Maybe there is. I don't know. Cooldown? Yeah, it's like only a second or so. Or a half a second. I think it's half a second. It's either half or 1 second. I think they... I don't know. I feel like they did nerf it to a second. Not sure. Did they? I don't know. I'll test it. Yeah. I think it is faster though than the Ash Dash. I'll check it though. I think it's still half a second. Yeah. Yeah, when fighting people, the Ash Dash is definitely better than the double jump this guy has, because if I double jump in front of someone, I'm just giving them free shots basically. Depending where I am, I guess. If I'm just out in the open, then yeah. Like how back there, when we were on top of that hill, I did accidentally double jump and I was in full view of the lifeline, but thankfully, she didn't really hit me much. Your game got a bug. Oh, hold on, let me see. That's it. Game's like, hold on, nah. You're not allowed to go to Diamond 3. Not twice. Not number 256. Damn. Bugged? Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Your name's not here. Maybe it bugged too early. No. How much does it take for me to get positive points? Oh wait, since we don't have a third, doesn't that mean I can just leave and I don't lose anything? Yeah, okay. I think I'm just gonna do that. And then I'm sure the team will just do the same. Did I ranked? Oh, okay.
Your champion.
The champion. And the champion's gonna leave.
I'm the jump master.
Or actually, you know what? I'm just gonna hot drop and see what happens. If I don't die after that, then I'll most likely die. I'm sure I'll just die anyway. If I don't, then I'll just disconnect. Just, yep, my job's here done. There's no weapon. Oh shit. Teammates already dead.
Opponent found in fact. Chucking
Let's see.
Bullseye. Enemy track.
Oh, they don't mean to do that. Oh, you don't have a weapon.
Opening fire.
Oh my god, bro.
Someone got first blood. Okay.
Had to line that up.
Our enemy's being tracked.
Oh, 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 oh.
Enemy shield is broken. Tracker out and scanning for enemies.
Where am I?
Enemy track.
Uh-huh.
The next ring's far.
Okay, I got 2 kills then.
Down. I wonder if they knew I'm alone. Ooh, leveled up.
My teammate's still here.
Personalize. 1 minute to get in the ring.
Having faith.
Okay, Sneakers. Don't fail
Oh.
me now.
Sneakers.
Now that is how you upgrade. Come on, grab that banner. Ring closes in 45 and I am... Fuck. There's
Okay.
tracker in
Are
place.
now available.
Yeah, come to me, buddy.
Guarda, enemy tracked. Tossing frag. I'm recharging my shields.
Imagine actually.
New kill leader appointed.
Get that shit out of here.
Checking a thermite grenade. 10 seconds to ring close. I'm not far, but not inside. Tracker dart out.
Ooh,
Warning.
I'm coming.
Progress.
Oh, I think he's up there on the left. I see you.
Broken opponent's shield.
2 of them. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck. I almost got it. Almost. Anyway. Alright. Now to hope that it goes right. Oh yeah, that's the one that has the special animation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does, yeah. Very nice, very cool. I know there's some, yeah, these also have. This one's pretty cool. I wish they did show it with the skin though. In that little. I still do. I keep saying. I've been saying for years that I need to play that game. Oh, I found a new bug. You hear that? It's playing the animation sound. Yeah, I still need to play it. I've been saying for years, like, oh yeah, I need to play this game. Oh my god. Don't tell me this sound is just gonna keep playing for the whole time, please. Please. Oh no. Thirty. That's a good gun.
Targets in so little time. Andiamo, ragazzi.
Oh my god, it's still going. Please tell me it stops when the game starts.
This is your champion.
Hey! Peter! Oh my god, it's still... Oh no. It's still playing.
Show no mercy.
I still hear it! What the fuck?
Eliminate the enemy.
Stop making stop!
We'll be well positioned.
What the fuck? Oh, we got company of one person, I think. Oh my god. It's still going.
Firing. Broken enemy shield. Getting shot at.
Oh my god.
Enemy down.
got an enhanced weapon. Ready to use it.
For some ammo.
Meet me here.
Okay.
Got this weapon in.
Tracker in place. I added the enemy's positions to your map. Non c'è di che.
Void running.
What the fuck?
Getting shot at. Enemy.
Oh my god, he's in one.
Reloading. Reloading. Thermite out. Shields are depleted. Frag out.
It's still going.
That party arrived.
Oh,
They're gonna regret this.
1 minute. Ring's pretty close.
I'm recharging my shields. Tracker dart out.
Taking fire. Need to recharge my shield.
Nearing the port.
Now, my line. Cross with no way out. Enemy shield.
Bullseye.
Evo
Enemy track.
harvesters are now available.
Catching myself up.
Target there.
oh boy.
Repairing damage.
It's still going.
Close to ring. 30 seconds left.
Target there.
I'm not hitting that.
This will bind them. Caught like a rat in a trap.
Reloading. Took out an enemy. Who's next? An upgrade for me?
One less
Yeah.
enemy. Heads up. Kill leader.
Upgraded and ready to fight to the death. Last target down. That squad is permanently benched.
Optics here.
Fuck it, I'm gonna grab this.
New kill leader. Watch for them.
And the ammo. Get in the ring. Roll outside.
It's still going, bro. Oh my god.
I now have an enhanced weapon.
Un momento. Gotta heal.
Enemy on me.
Only have
It's just not gonna end.
Not sure. I think someone's targeting me. I'm out of shotgun ammo. Standing by for care package. Care package over there.
Hold, please. I'm crafting.
Optics here. Bolt SMG here. Crafting, but keeping focus.
Healing.
Yep, I'm forever cursed to hearing that animation. Holy shit.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Oh.
Enemy optics here. Close range.
Enemy.
Sure.
Yep, enemy.
Boom. The tracker set.
Will nobody face this monstrous mammoth? It can't be me because I'm just a computer program! Who will challenge this burly beast?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, it's another one.
Nobody look. Enemy here.
Oh, it's another squad, I think. 2 squads.
The second squad. Adjust your strategy. Shields are deployed. Let's regroup here. Enemy shield broken. Getting shot at. Defend here.
Yeah, I did hear someone there.
Like a rat in a trap.
Oh,
Hold this spot.
oh boy. Ew.
Enemies at location.
Patching myself up.
Crazy how normal matches are harder than ranked, huh?
Target, don't revive me until the area's secure.
Goody. Wait. Oh my god, the sound. It's still playing. Somebody save me.
We should go here.
Moving here.
1 second, we got this.
spawn beacon there.
Boy.
A phase tear. Use it.
Car. Oh. God damn! Look at that. Quick.
One moment. I've secured the banner. They get a second chance.
The goat. Let's go. I'm coming back, bitches. Yes, that's good son.
Replicator dropping in. Enemy shield is broken. Reloading.
Oh god. No, he doesn't have shields. Man. If only I hit my shots. The coin was in the wall.
Hey, come back if you're ever looking for a Mirage or Schwab. That's where you fight 3 of me at once.
I don't know if we're all dead or not, because it's still. Oh no, we're not. Okay. I'm staking a bit. Do you hear this?
Just a minute until the
You hear that fucking animation sound that keeps playing? Oh my god. Oh wait, this is...
Replicator there. It's got supplies left. Ring's not that far.
Oh. Oh man. Come on, Rafe.
30 seconds.
Yeah, scare him.
Got our squad mate standing.
Here we go. Yes.
Just 10 seconds.
What's that? Squidward sounding as. Haha, Mr. Krabs. Uh-oh. Wave, no!
There's a new kill. Oh, thanks for bringing me back. Hopefully I don't have to repay the favor.
Care package coming in. Listen, let's move that way. Need to recharge my
Oh, I don't have my thing. I was gonna scan that.
These ties bind.
Boom!
Check it out.
Okay, missed.
Recharging my shields.
That would have been crazy.
boy jumping.
We got a packet.
Un momento. Gotta heal.
Patching myself up.
Gonna go for the zone though.
Healing.
Yes, nice.
Pick it up. Next ring's
Okay.
far.
I have 2 syringes, but I think I'm gonna need them.
Healing.
There's 1.
Syringe here.
Patching myself up.
Un momento. Gotta heal.
There we go.
Take your time. The ring is close, and there's a whole minute to play. Any locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find target spotted far off. Healing.
Healing up. Eyes are open.
Oh boy.
Ring's not too far. 45 left. Let's check out that
There's a
one.
mark out there in the
Oh, yeah.
distance.
Oh yeah, I see you. Oh yeah.
Recharging shields.
We're near the ring, but only 30 seconds left to get inside. Grazie.
More people are flying in.
Opponent there. Huh. They should not have given up their position. 10 seconds until the ring closes. It's close though.
My ultimate is prepared. Do not. Adequate.
Oh shit, hold on.
Progress.
There's a gold bin.
Andiamo. Get in the ring. We're outside.
Optics here.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Care package over there.
Ooh.
Care package over there.
Yes!
Wingman here. Sniper ammo here.
Extended sniper mag here. Level 3. Ultimate accelerant here.
Shield cell here. Shield battery here.
I need help.
Oh my god, that was on a
Is
squid.
somehow even more beautiful than before.
Ooh.
Getting shot at.
I'm coming.
Reloading. Recharging my shields.
Setting a tracker. Un momento per favore. Reloading.
Let's put you in a bind. Caught with no way out. Reloading.
Maximum level.
What?
Maximum sparrow. Upgraded.
Eliminate the enemy.
Reloading.
1 minute.
Shit.
We have time to strategize.
Extended energy mag here. Level 3.
Let's put you in a bind. I have caught them.
Enemy there. Fast.
I'm under fire.
Ring's not too far.
Target spotted. Far.
Wait, those syringes right here, I didn't notice them.
Recharging.
Un momento. Go to heal. Target scanned and tracked. Tracker out. A tra poco. Opponent found and tracked.
Reloading. Shields are depleted. Recharge.
Got an enemy there.
We have 30 seconds. Target there. I'm under fire.
Tracker in place.
Recharging shield.
Finger firing. Ready to ruin someone's day.
Not so fast.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
Opening fire. Enemy. Oh. Get
Oh.
shot at.
I'm under fire.
I'm recharging my shields. And the ring is moving and we're all outside. It's not great.
Getting shot at.
Reloading.
Recharging my shield.
I don't have much ammo. Oh. Ow.
An excellent selection.
The generator just got me.
I'm under fire.
They're shooting at me. Recharging my shields. Cover me.
Shields are depleted. I've been snared.
Catching myself.
Setting a tracker. That enemy's being tracked.
Recharging shield.
Setting a tracker. Un momento. Oh, they're shooting at me.
Ah.
That enemy's being tracked.
Let's put you in a bind.
Oh, fuck.
Tracker out. We're scanning for enemies.
Fire. Caught with no way out. Air is binding me.
Stinger out. Tracker out.
1 minute.
Recharging my.
Firing. Exit down.
Oh.
Thermite. Reloading.
Thermite grenade out. Stinger out.
Oh man.
We don't abandon our own.
45 seconds and a nearby ring.
Frag out.
Taking fire.
Enemy shield cracked.
Sending out the tracker dart. That enemy's being tracked. Recharging my shields. Cover me.
Using a Phoenix.
Oh boy.
Look at me.
We have 30
Yeah, I was about to do that.
Go fight.
Firing stinger.
so fast. Time to bind.
Reloading. Took out an enemy. 10 seconds until the ring closes. Tracking an enemy. Let the ambush begin.
Reloading.
Enemy. Wait. Oh, getting shot at.
One less enemy.
Tracker set and ready to gather intel. Tracking an enemy. Fighting.
Oh my god.
Taking fire. Reloading. The flare is binding me. This will bind them.
Attenzione. Enemy here.
Heal.
Recharging shield. Enemy shield cracked. Reloading.
Oh boy.
Go, 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 go!
One less enemy.
Get him! Yay!
Hello.
I am the master of good luck, legend.
Salty.
You are the Apex champions.
I still hear that fucking enemy. A win. Okay, I need to go back to the lobby, see if I can fix a win while constantly listening to this shit. Let's go. Okay. It's still going. What if I go to the store? It's loading. Okay, if I click on it again. And now. It's fixed. Let's go. Peace. World peace has been achieved. Oh my god. Gotta go. Alrighty. I would play more, but I am very hungry, so I need to get some food and I'll just watch some stuff. Yeah, do get some sleep. Oh! What we like to see! Enjoying them well. Where's my music? Music's done. Future funk to get analog to? What is this? Loading. Oh, I'm not going to sleep. Mr. Frey here is the one that's going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep yet. Oh. I am getting some food. And we're gonna watch some stuff. Ish, Mimi. Thank you for stopping by, thanks for the games. We shall play again some other time. Oh, this is good. I like this. Ash. Alrighty. See you next time. And I will be right back. Alone. Boo. So spooky. Oh right, I gotta change the stuff. This. Boom. Jesus, for for a second I thought it said that I've been streaming for 13 hours, but no, it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. Jesus, imagine that. I didn't be streaming for that long. Christ. Blank you. Okay. I'm just gonna slide on over here. Yes. And okay, hold on, I'm gonna put myself over this. Over, wait. Which one is this? Yes, okay. Over that another thing. Let me see. Okay, wait, let me check this. Also, the food that I have, not as exciting as I thought it was gonna be, but it's still alright. Oh boy. "28 years later." New movie coming out sometime, I guess. Honestly, when you don't know what to watch on stream, you just default to Daily Dose. A blank rule is yet. Oh my god, stop! Fucking ads. Get the fuck out of here. Stop. Get out of here. Okay.
Hello,
No. Pause. Hello everyone. My name is Markiplier. Boom. I am now over the thing. That's fine. Is it? Actually, no, I'd rather have it like this. Okay, I think I'd rather be behind it. Mop. Oh yeah. Actually, no. I was gonna get the blank, but nah. Wait, what? We had to pause your ad blocker, toggle on to enable experimental ad blocking?
Hello, everyone.
Yes. Block. Block the ads.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. This bullet bounced and it went all the way to the moon.
Did it? We have liftoff.
It's coming back.
Oh shit.
A bash switch tablet.
Okay, let's see which one.
That's the options I get.
Yeah, let's see which one you got.
No!
Great way. Oh my. That person's dead.
She was really
Or
nervous
very
to show
close
this
to.
portrait that she drew of her mom.
Is that me?
It's beautiful.
No, it's nice. It's so nice. Oh, I've never looked better.
Oh god. Yo.
This guy is super lucky to be
Holy
alive.
shit. Oh my fucking god. Wait, what? Where? How? What? Where is he? Oh my god. Wait. Huh? No. It's like they censored or something.
This guy is super lucky to be alive.
Oh yeah, I barely saw him, I think. He just completely threw himself down that hill. Respect.
They forgot to block the street before cutting down the tree.
Oh. Yeah. A dog shy.
A-L-T-I-M-A. Car.
They figured out how to bounce on a stick.
Or. I mean, yeah, I bounce on a stick. What?
This is what the edge of Las Vegas looks like. After the edge, there's pretty much no civilization for hundreds and hundreds of miles.
What the fuck is Las Vegas, bro? This place isn't real. Why is it in the middle of nowhere? Seriously.
This guy's house was on fire and had to jump out of the window to escape.
What?
This dog is the definition of all bark and no bite.
Okay.
Here's another guy that's super lucky to be alive. This crane suddenly collapsed, but the cement block saved his life.
Bro! Jesus! Dude! I had a fucking fishbone in my mouth. I had too much food in my mouth to actually be able to find it. I put the food I had in my mouth in a piece of paper, and the only thing remaining in my mouth was the fucking fishbowl. Okay, I was a bit worried about eating this because this is made with some fish from lunch, so like pasta and the fish and I guess an egg. And I was worried that there was gonna be fish ones here, and I just found one, so I'm definitely gonna be more careful eating this now. Jesus Christ. Ugh.
This guy was getting chased by a polar bear.
You have a gun, bruh. He waited, the bear waiting for him to start going. He's like, come on, just go, I can catch you. I want a challenge. What?
These miners just finished a 14-day shift and were exhausted until someone cracked a joke. It was his first time going to a fancy restaurant.
Come on, man.
He decided to overinflate a basketball.
Oh, did he? Oh my fucking god.
This police academy uses rubber chickens to test the focus of their students.
I would not.
This cat grew up around dogs and likes to bark at strangers.
What? What? It's another fucking bone. It's weird when I call these bones in English, because in Portuguese we have a separate word for fish bones. We don't just call them fish bone. We have an actual word for them. It's a bit weird. Like
They were
bones.
trying to move their RV.
Like not usual like animal bones. We call them ossus, which means bones. But for fish bones, we say spinach. Yeah, spinach. Spinach. Yep.
That was stuck in sand.
Come on, man.
I don't think she realizes that you're not supposed to do this.
Wait, what?
They made their own roller coaster in the rainforest.
Literally sounds like a tiny plane going through the whale things.
It doesn't matter if the pool is empty, he still thinks he needs to swim.
Así el riesgo en la Ciudad de México ya
Oh my.
cayó, se le va a dañar
Good.
This is how Amish people
Okay,
go
we should
skiing.
stop. Oh my god.
This baby has a natural fear of water.
Whoa! Professional gymnastics.
He
Oh,
couldn't
what?
believe what he got at this fancy restaurant.
Sempre anche. Sempre
They said jetpacks couldn't be a thing.
Nobody was on this runaway boat, so the police had to jump on to stop it.
Oh my god. What? Huh?
He already knew he wasn't good enough to clear the water.
I'm just gonna go on the side. Oh.
That is the end of this video, or I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Okay.
Hello
Oh,
everyone, this
shit,
is
what? I didn't even click anything, what the fuck? Hold on. I can't, it's... Okay, how about this?
To become fossilized is such an extremely rare thing that we can only dream it will happen to one of us. So unsurprisingly, fossils are relatively speaking quite uncommon. However, at the end of the day, Earth has still seen tons of life come and go. I mean, after all, right at this very second, billions of animals are sharing the planet with us. So it's not hard to see why fossils still end up being very numerous, and entire industries exist around them. And yet, given their sheer total numbers, fossil finds typically happen to be rather normal in the sense that we've seen them before. And even when they do represent a new species, they generally fall under something we've already dealt with. For example, a new dinosaur being some species of hadrosaur. It's really quite seldom that we do actually make a discovery that is both new and mind-boggling. But it has happened more than once, and there are a few animals that have left paleontologists pretty much just scratching their heads, unsure of what they've stumbled upon, even to this day. And there's perhaps no better case than this than the Tully Monstrum, lovingly nicknamed the Tully Monster. And Monster honestly might be the closest you'll get to figuring out what this thing was, because it was not only terrifying and crazy looking, but also confusing. Its modern story started all the way back in 1966, when an amateur collector was exploring the Carboniferous Mason Creek Formation in Illinois. During his expedition, he stumbled upon not one, but multiple strange fossils that he could tell were organisms, but of what kind, he had no clue. And even after collecting a few and studying them more closely,
Aliens.
he still could not gather a guess. So he decided to get an expert's opinion and take them to the Field Museum of Natural History. But to his surprise,
When you don't know what it is,
they were just as stumped
aliens.
as he was, being absolutely perplexed by the odd features of this new creature, which included a cigar-like body, triangle fins, long slanted
Cigar-like
eyes,
body?
and a proboscis
That's crazy
mouth,
calling it that.
making it kind of look like an animal straight out of Subnautica, a horrifying one at that, with the only saving grace being its small stature, with most of the fossils being under 35 centimeters or 14 inches long. Now, unsurprisingly, its sheer oddness attracted a lot of attention, both domestically and internationally. And yet even then, with many researchers looking at it, no one could come up with a good idea of what it was, with different guesses including that it was a mollusk, arthropod, conodont, worm, tunicate, or just some kind of vertebrate. The only thing they could really all agree upon was that it almost certainly lived
I'm
in
eating,
water,
come on, man.
as though Illinois is nicknamed the Prairie State. Hundreds of millions of years ago, it was submerged by a shallow tropical sea. And given where the Tully monster specimens were found, it's presumed to have been an open marine organism that would occasionally be swept onto the shore, and thus leading to its multiple groupings, and the idea that it was free-swimming. In other words, not clamped to the seafloor or any structure. And from then to now, nearly 90 years later, we really don't know much more. Heck, we've pretty much only concluded that they are bilaterians, which honestly doesn't say much considering how immensely broad this classification is. Seeing that,
what?
you know,
Bilateral symmetry during... Okay.
literally 98% of all animals fall under it.
Oh.
And along the way, while a few have claimed to have figured this strange creature out, nothing has stuck. But on the bright side, we do think we know a bit more about its lifestyle now, with scientists suggesting that its odd mouth rendered it a carnivore who hunted in the ocean's water columns and preferred muddy waters. But beyond that, the dude's a mystery. And oddities out of the
Look,
US
something
of A
out of
do not
Spore.
end in
What the fuck?
Illinois, as it was in Montana that a fossil was located in the 70s, which was so unlike anything seen before that it was simply dubbed an alien goldfish. This
There
was
it is.
the Typhlosis. This remarkable find came out of the Bear Gulch Limestone Formation, and happened to be even more ancient than the Tully monster, dating to the Serpicovian age some 330 million years ago. And the fossil was so confusing to researchers that it actually went underreported for a very long time, as no one wanted to deal with the headache of trying to figure out what it was. And the only real lead they had was that its body was swindle-shaped, teeny-tiny, and possessed one single tail at the end, suggesting, like our friend Tully, it could swim on its own. But besides this, nada. Well, actually there was more, but it really only set scientists back more, adding just head-aching amounts of confusion, as it had no other exterior appendages, lacked a midsection, or anus,
What
and
is that?
literally had an organ that was never seen before or since.
What is that
It is
thing?
now dubbed a Pharodiscus. And yeah, we have no clue of
Is
what it
it-
does, except that it held high concentrations of iron. And so, what do
Well,
you
there's
do
a
when
tiny
something is
clip
very
hanging out
old
of it.
and super strange? Well,
The
you fuck
fuck is
find an
that?
equally bizarre family, and then cram it in there. In this case, the conodonts, a group of jawless vertebrates found virtually everywhere. And this claim wasn't too outlandish, as paleontologists have been thrown a bone, after discovering a brand new specimen with conodont-like teeth, a great sign that it might have been one after all. And briefly, scientists were able to take a breather. However, things were soon upended, as one researcher realized these teeth did not belong to the alien goldfish, but rather represented something it ate, as they were located in its guts, and thus putting us back to square one, except with the added information that we're now pretty sure it was a carnivore. Sadly, this new info
No.
remained the only update on Typhlosis for 3 decades. But it was finally interrupted by a groundbreaking statement in 2022 that Typhlosis was maybe, not for sure, but just maybe, a, drumroll please, mollusk. Now, you may want to sit down for this part, but this claim came after the discovery that it had a toothy tongue that is shot at prey from its, guts. Yeah, sounds kind of out there.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
and it turns out that some animals today do something a bit like this, namely again our friend the mollusks, with their tongue-like structures called radulas, and thus leading to our friend Typhlosis being linked to them. The only problem is though, that it also has turned out that radulas have evolved independently in non-mollusks too. So in other words, it may be too early to say what this blob-like cretin really was. This is definitely one of the hardest cases to crack out there at the moment, but hey, at least it's a solo job, as sometimes puzzling fossils come in pairs, and actually in this case, came from the same place as the Tully monster, the Mason Creek
The
Formation.
Tully monster.
It was here that 2 different fossil discoveries were made that stumped people enough that the best analogies they could come up with was to explain them with a literal alphabet, specifically 2 letters. These fossils would eventually be named Aetachistus and Escumasia. And though not really related, they have become known together as the H and Y animals, respectively. Aetachistus, the H1, was arguably the weirder of the two in the looks department, and it really did resemble the letter H, with a weird growth in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Now, unsurprisingly, we know very little on why it was shaped like this, or what the functions of its limbs were. Yet researchers guess it might have fed on free-floating particles and organisms, and was likely a colonial animal that grew for the entirety of its life, evidenced by specimens widely varying in size. And besides coming in different sizes, they also seem to have come in different shapes. How fun. As that sack which stuck out could be circle-shaped,
Could you make
heart-shaped,
the whole
and perhaps
alphabet?
some other shapes. So it really depended on the
Could you
specific
make the
individual.
alphabet
And while
with
this
them?
is a very big if, researchers think that of all the phylums, it's most probable that Aetacystus belonged to the Hemichordata, which includes things like acorn worms and taro branches. But ironically, its fellow alphabet buddy, the Y-shaped Escomacea, looked in a way more tame than H, but has been so far more problematic, at least taxonomically. This is mainly because it bears some strong similarities to sea anemones, but it has things you don't find in the group, such as bilateral symmetry, a complete gut, and get this, a butt. And thus upending any inclination that we knew what it was. And for now, we can only say that it was an animal, who also had a mouth, mind you, that came in the form of a large slit in between its so-called arms. Yet what these arms did is unknown, and frankly, they might not even be arms.
Does the
But
butt
something
have a
we do
hole?
know
I'm
is
sorry.
that less than 20% of you guys are subscribed. So if you made it this far, show some love, then drop a sub. If you haven't pieced it together yet, the Cambrian was a weird time, but somehow there was a period that had it bested, and contained life so problematic that researchers simply ended up grouping them all together, and that is the Ediacaran biota.
The
As its name
Cambrian was
implies,
just life
this
being
group
like,
is from
alright,
the very
let's
ancient Ediacaran
test
period,
and see
which
what the
transpired
fuck
between
works.
635 and
Pretty much.
538.8 million years ago, and represents the first time when fossils clearly depicting macroscopic life became common. Many weird and basically unknown things lived during this time, but one of the stranger genera to emerge, which is saying something, was a thing that I can only describe as looking like an Elden Ring's boss if it was a tree made of flesh, which might actually be a thing. So without further ado, let me introduce you to
A tree
Namacalathus,
made of
a
flesh?
being that is essentially the combo of some of the most horrifying traits ever. When its fossil was first unearthed, people could only conclude that it resembled something you'd expect an alien to live in, given its openings at the top. Yet beyond this, they had no clue what they stumbled upon. It did kind of resemble a tree, like I said, though at the same time when examining the materials of its so-called trunks, they realized that in life they would have been calcified. So in other words, this was no tree, and rather an animal, and represented the oldest evidence we have of a skeleton. And lo and behold, eventually fossils representing what covered its body were located, which only served to make it stranger and more nightmarish. Because as it turns out, Namacalathus was a real-life monster. No, really. This thing was covered in endless amounts of grasping tentacles and rows of spines that could have shredded anything that it made contact with. And remember those openings I was talking about? Well, turns out they were trypophobia-worthy biological windows, so to speak, that varied in size and in life would have been filled with organic matter. Now what they did is not known, but I sure hope for its neighbor's sake that they didn't have anything to do with eating. And to just make it a bit more of an oddball, it turns out that these windows didn't just come in circle shape, but virtually every strange shape.
I'm telling you, if you were Christ, if we were able to just check for ourselves, like in person, how Earth looked like in this period, it would literally look like an alien planet. Jesus.
You can imagine, including, but not limited to, a heart, the moon, hexagons, heptagons, and so forth. Oh, and did I mention that I could adjust its size based on where it lived, and basically pop up just about anywhere? Well, yeah, it could. Though, naturally, given its terrifying appearance, it did have a preference for living in the abyss. Like literally, the abyssal plains. But now to the important question. With all this said and done, what was it? Visually, one could argue it looked most like a coral, gone very, very wrong. However, in classic strange fossil fashion, a study on it found it to have been too complex to have been a coral. And so honestly, we aren't sure what it is. Pretty much the only thing we do know is that it was alive and looked very, very freaky. Now, while not to the same degree, many other life forms from this time also fit in this what the heck is it category, including things like the enigmatic Dickinsonia, which looked basically like a rug you would find in your bathroom, only this thing lived and moved as well. The look based the heck is it category, including things like the enigmatic Dickinsonia,
Dick Insomnia? What kind of name? Okay. There's the Dick Insomnia. Why are we putting the Dick Insomnia? What did Sonya do?
Which looked basically like a rug you would find in your bathroom. Only this thing lived and moved as well. And funnily enough, there were actually a lot of strange mat animals from this time, which we still haven't figured out, like Vendia or Sperginia. In fact, there were so many that we've ended up just grouping them together in a single proposed phylum, the Proarticulata. Together, members belonging to this group have given us plenty, and I mean plenty, of bizarre fossils over the years. And yet, despite their diversity and abundance, we still can't say how they exactly relate to other animals, with pretty much our only assumption being that they were in fact animals. And it's not just their taxonomy which is a mystery, but their morphology and ways of life are also highly subjected to debate, with no concrete hypothesis universally agreed upon. And one thing to me that is quite infuriating is despite looking like perfect symmetrical beings, they are actually known for being slightly asymmetrical, as one side does not mirror the other. Take a look at this. See how the lines don't line up? Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And another interesting thing about them is they might not even have left any descendants behind, which if was the case, means that they are evolutionary dead ends. But honestly, good riddance. Now I know the one-upping of the weirdness is probably becoming quite repetitive, but, and it's a big but, there is somehow another period that holds an edge over all others in unanswered questions, the Rhyasian. Now to get here, you gotta go way back, like way, way, way back. 2.1 billion years to be exact. When the Earth was a freak show in every sense. I mean, after all, the Rhyasian does translate to stream of lava. It was during this time that a certain area arose that would one day give birth to what researchers have dubbed the Francevillian biota. Specifically, in Gabon, Africa, scientists discovered a large area of black shale deposits, which dated to the Rhyasian and contained lots and lots of odd structures. Many were a bit disc-like and were either circular or elongated. Then, while rarer, subsequent discoveries unveiled other types of structures as well, that included things that were more like tubes, string of pearls, and even something that resembled a flower. And in fact, their forms and characteristics are so perplexing that no one even knows for sure if we can call them fossils. At first, the researchers who discovered the site described them as colonial organisms who were multicellular, and probably eukaryotes. However, not everyone was on board, arguing instead that they weren't alive, and rather had been created by inorganic pyrites, or were artifacts of diagenesis. Now, the problem here was that the site was over 400 million years older than the previously known oldest example for multicellular life, so saying that they're eukaryotes is quite the claim. And honestly, studying anything 2 billion years old is exceedingly difficult, especially when trying to determine if that anything was life or not. And since its original findings, the argument has gone back and forth. However, in recent years, most studies seem to support the idea that these structures really were fossils after all, as an isotopic analysis found that they were enriched with zinc, a possible sign of eukaryotic metabolism. And then, just last year, one scientist made the claim that the area contained just the right ingredients for life. So imagine that, a find so confusing that we are only now deciding if we can truly label them as fossils. Ironically though, if it does turn out that the Francevillian biota was actually biota, we do already have some ideas on how they might have lived. Given their disc-like shape and lack of locomotion, they probably were not
already explained it and I forgot.
Instead being planktonic organisms that relied on water columns found in shallow, hot deltas, which were actually a rarity at the time, as Earth was really lacking in land back in those days. The funny thing about this case though, and the others I mentioned, is that while a lot of confusion has come from strange appearances, there are actually cases where the animal has caused a lot of head scratching, yet actually resembles life we are very familiar with. In other words, let me introduce you to Nectocaris. In 1910, this fossil was discovered in our old friend, the Burgess Shale. At the time, so many fossils were coming out of the place that was essentially buried and forgotten about, yet eventually made its way back to relevancy and was described by an English paleontologist, who explained that this was a completely new mysterious creature that was a bit like a stretched out shrimp, hence its name, Nectocaris, which means the swimming shrimp. The man who officially described it was a bit perplexed, because it did share some similarities with arthropods, but its fins were basically the opposite of what you'd expect to see in one. And given the conflicting findings, he was unable to say what it was with confidence, and left it unclassified. But at some point, an Italian paleontologist, curious about its mysterious nature, looked over some photos of the fossils and thought that he had it all figured out, suggesting that it was a chordate, focusing on his tail, fin, and what he called.
I was gonna finish the video, but meh. How about the most brutal human that has Fuck it.
Ever heard of the show 1,000 Ways to Die? Well,
Yes.
if you take a look at our 300,000 years of history, you'll soon come to realize that 1,000 isn't nowhere close to cutting it. Try more like a million, if even that's enough. And through the ages, people have had to endure some pretty painful demises, some of which were definitely worse than others. But thankfully, thanks to technology and general progress, horrific endings are becoming less common than they used to be, especially because of just how tough ancient Earth was compared to now. And we can only guess what kind of bowl our ancestors had to go through. But once in a while, we don't have to, as occasionally, researchers will get really lucky at the expense of a seriously unfortunate individual, and we get to see firsthand some of the catastrophic injuries that ancient people had to endure, and sometimes even survived. But the first case definitely wasn't a survive kind of situation, and unfortunately is a mode of death still within the realm of possibility, as it was a shark attack. But not just any old shark attack, but rather the first conclusive one recorded in history. An achievement that certainly nobody wants to have, but nonetheless goes to a 3,400-year-old hunter-gatherer from Japan, simply dubbed Tsukumo 24. The discovery was made in 2021 off the coast of the Seto Inland Sea, where researchers located a male human skeleton in really rough condition, being absolutely covered in lacerations that spread across his arms, chest, abdomen, and hands. Originally, researchers were quite horrified and confused, as they were so deep that they marked bone, and matched what was seen in wounds caused by metal weapons, not animals or non-metal tools like a stone knife. What's more is that they weren't just looking at a few cuts, and not even a dozen or two, but instead over 500, 790 to be precise. And what made everything all the more weird
a
was
lot
that the
over
man belonged to
500.
the Jomon culture, in which metalwork was absent, meaning it wasn't some deranged serial killer that had caused this with a metal weapon. Therefore, they took another look at the injuries, and noticed this time around that they were V-shaped and identical to those seen in modern-day shark attacks. This, in conjunction to his location, which was on archipelago, led to the conclusion that a large killer shark or great white had
Welfare
killed him,
check?
and it really did a number on him during the attack.
I am
multiple
not.
injuries that were fatal within their own right.
I don't even have mods.
The fracture or tearing of every rib, the evisceration of his chest cavity and abdomen, and to top it all off, multiple dismemberments, which included both his feet and left hand. These missing extremities also helped to tell researchers that the poor bloke was alive in the initial attack, since he likely used his hands and feet to defend himself, during which they were then bit off. This got rid of the possibility of the whole
That's
thing
why I haven't been
being a
banned yet.
scavenging event as opposed to an attack, but led to a new question
What do you mean by
of
that?
why the shark had attacked him in the first place, as it was his left leg that bore the most deep bites, heavily implying an unprovoked ambush attack. And the answer was hidden in his bizarre final resting place. Opposed to being found at sea, as one would expect, or in a place that was once submerged,
mods out
the
here?
victim was found in a traditional burial site, and his bodies did not show signs of being in the water for long, meaning that he likely
I
wasn't
see.
alone at the time of the attack. And given that the
Single
Jomon people
alone.
were exceptional fishers, the current belief is
Well
that a
then.
group of people had gone out on a boat to catch fish. At some point during the fishing excursion, the unlucky man had left the boat and got into the water to perhaps spearfish or to simply bring up a catch, not knowing that the spilled blood in the water.
You know, I don't know, this one's kind of... Wait, is it showing me where ads are? Wait. I haven't seen that in years. Looks up at us. Yeah. I was... I don't know. I clicked on the video, but honestly... You know, when I was younger, I used to be like, oh yeah, sharks are scary, and dolphins are you know, the cool ones and whatever. But now, now I mean sharks can look a bit spooky sometimes, depending on what kind of shark it is. But apparently, there's some that are quite goofy looking. I need something. Fuck, I don't know. It's not interesting me. I need. I think I've seen this. August tornado. Hold on. I'm gonna click on this and see if I get some other similar stuff. Yeah, that's just about the same tornado. I remember seeing stuff about that. 2021. I don't think I've seen this one. I do like tornado stuff.
It's the middle of the night in December, and a monstrous tornado is heading straight for the Mississippi River. Douglas Lewis, a crewmate aboard a tugboat in the river, receives an alert on his phone. There's a tornado heading straight for him. Stranded on the boat, he does the only thing he can do and begins to video the dark mass approaching him. Soon, he runs to the bottom floor for the boat.
Dude, this is 2021. Why does the video look like it's being recorded on a goddamn 2000 Nokia? Well,
and begins to video the dark mass approaching.
Come on, man.
him. Soon, he runs to the bottom floor for the boat is swallowed by the winds. December has arrived in the United States. In Monette, Arkansas, the temperature peaks at a chilly 45 degrees Fahrenheit, suggesting a typical winter season in the upcoming days. But this is far from what weather forecasters see. Meteorologists at the Storm Prediction Center have noted an unusual characteristic in the atmosphere. The temperature was expected to be unusually warm in the coming days. Moist air, combined with strong winds through levels of the atmosphere, allows for possible thunderstorms throughout the Mid-South on December 10th. As the day draws closer, forecasters begin to get a clearer picture from weather models of what is about to unfold, and it's incredibly strange. What they're now seeing is a weather pattern that could potentially become a tornado outbreak, and so they begin to issue warnings for the public. But for many in the area, there are few signs that anything is about to happen. It just seemed like an unusually warm day was approaching. December 10th. It wasn't until the sun had begun to set that the first storm forms. Developing over Little Rock, Arkansas at 4 p.m. It needs time to organize. The elongated
you know what I will never get?
That it's ready to spin and become
people that live in these parts of the US where there's a lot of tornadoes, but then they build their houses out of fucking very destructible material.
Prompting them to issue the first tornado warning. At 6 p.m., the storm produces its first weak tornado of many just south of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Although very short-lived, it wouldn't be long until it produced another tornado, and then another at the same time. These twin tornadoes were unfortunately not the most prolific thing the storm.
Because of that, I've seen people argue that, oh, but there are tornadoes that will even destroy, you know, stuff like brick houses and strong houses. Yes, there are tornadoes. That doesn't mean all of them will. Just because it can happen doesn't mean you have to go with something that's easily destructible. Because, yeah, the house, if it's a strong house, it might not survive like very strong tornadoes, but it will survive the weaker ones. You know? Are we not thinking about the weaker ones that are definitely more common, I would say? I think. I don't know.
Would come up with a couple dozen miles to the northeast where the storm was moving. Environmental conditions such as CAPE, or the available energy in the atmosphere, in the shear or the spin in the atmosphere, was conducive for extreme tornadoes, and this is right where the supercell was going. Unfortunately, it was the next tornado that would land the storm in the history books.
Could that be a
7 p.m.
perfect?
Funnel descends just north
Could that be a perfect cell?
Arkansas. The tornado is weak at first, partially destroys a farm building as it crosses into Lake City, Arkansas, and continues to race to the northeast. Hunter Fike is at his parents' shop. What he sees seems to be an almost tiny string tearing up the ground in front of him.
Oh shit.
Nearby, Nearby, Josh Taylor continues where Hunter left off. The tornado now has an apparent stovepipe shape, much thicker than previously.
There's definitely a tornado on the ground.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely on the ground. Oh yeah, it's big.
Only a couple minutes after Hunter's video was shot, the tornado clearly has a lot of energy and it's growing rapidly.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
It's too big.
Oh yeah.
In the town of Monette, few people are aware of the impending danger heading straight for them. One of these oblivious areas is the nursing home north of town, which is now sitting directly in the path. At 7:20 p.m., a phone call is received by employees at the nursing home. The owner, Rick Sampson, calls in a panic, stating a tornado was on the way and that everyone needed to get to a safe space immediately. Nurse Barbara Richards glances out of the door and sees a dark mass beelining straight for her. She ducks down and yells for everyone to cover up. Before she can even complete her sentence, the winds explode and the roof and walls collapse. As soon as the winds arrive, however, they stop. Immediately, sirens from emergency services can be heard driving down the road, and as EMS crews evacuate the structure, they find the body of Golden Wes Pembry, the first death attributed to the tornado. There is little reprieve before the next town is subjected to the tornado's increasing power. The town of Leachville now only has 5 minutes before it too is struck. On the north side of town, a dollar store is still open. June Pennington, the store's assistant manager, and another much younger employee watch the tornado approach. Seeing the dark gray clouds, they rush into the store's bathroom. As the winds whip around the building, the anchored steel frame is warped and twisted out of its foundation, leading to the collapse of most of the structure. Pennington lies on top of her coworker to protect them as the wall caves in on top of them. In the chaos, June Pennington passes away, miraculously saving the life of her young coworker. Teenager Kelsey is filming from back in Truman, where the tornado initially touched down, but due to the flat farmland, the large wedge tornado is still visible. Near the dollar store, several other warehouses and residential homes suffer extreme damage, with some well-built structures flattened. One of the warehouses is a large cotton gin. As the vortex crosses over, thousands of pounds of cotton bales are shredded, a relatively strange sight. The tornado is clearly still intensifying. It's now crossing the Arkansas-Missouri border, and more towns are in the firing line, with the tornado heading straight toward the town of Hornersville. Lines of trees now are shredded by the winds. They lose their bark and their branches until they're basically reduced to not much more than large toothpicks. This tree damage is unbelievably violent. Fortunately, the storm sweeps just south of Hornersville, sparing many homes and lives from destruction, but other people wouldn't be as lucky. Storm chaser Max Olson is now approaching from the north, taking note of the very strong radar signature now present on the tornado. Taking exit 14 to the east, he sees the beast in the distance, now approaching the town of Braggadocio.
Might have been able to see something there. Insane positive CGs.
Based on the radar trajectory at that time, it looked like the tornado was probably going to go pretty much right to where I was at or just a little bit north, and I was just straining my eyes on the horizon as
now this quality is better.
raining down around me.
There we go.
And then finally there was this moment where I saw this giant power flash.
Oh, what was that? Oh, I think I see it. Yep, that's it. Power flash just observed. Yeah, I can see it off in the distance. It's a big stovepipe, maybe wedge.
In the town, only a handful of residents are even aware of the approaching monster. The tornado continues to grow in strength, however, shredding massive metal transmission towers until it collapses, whilst several homes are reduced to no more than piles of debris. The winds in the tornado continue to rise as the tornado closes in on the homestead of the Rackley family. The Rackleys had moved to the home just a week prior. Mom, Megan, a teacher, identified the safest possible place in the home, the center bathroom with no windows. While watching the news, they decided to heed the tornado warning and went into their safe place. The storm is 15 minutes away, and the family poses for a photo. The close-knit siblings, Aniston, age 9, Evelyn, 7, and Lainey, only 3, smile. Aniston
I've never seen any of those names.
She lies in the bathtub. Everything the family was doing was correct, but unfortunately, this is not always enough. The dad, Trey Rackley, begins to hear the sound of winds accelerating around the home. Loud banging begins to echo as debris spews across the home from the neighboring towns. Soon, the banging turns to screeching as metal and wood is ripped and shredded. The tornado is about to make a direct hit on the Rackley family home. Max Olson is still watching the beast draw closer.
That thing! What the fuck?
As the Rackley Street is crossed, a power flash, indicative of power lines being destroyed, illuminates the vortex. The Rackley's home, unfortunately, cannot resist the strength of the tornado. The home is shredded by the winds and then swept down to its bare foundation. Debris is granulated and tossed across open fields nearby. The Rackleys are launched along with the debris into a nearby field. Unfortunately, the oldest daughter, Aniston, is unable to withstand her injuries and passes away. Aniston was described by family as a bright light. She loved swimming, dancing, and cheerleading. Across the road, a second home is swept away. Fortunately, no one is home when it struck, but the damage here could be even stronger than at the Rackley's home. The tornado is actually the strongest it's ever been and begins to carve spirals into the ground, showing the vortex behavior itself. Max begins to book it north as the now mind-blowing wedge tornado crosses the interstate. Its eyes are directly on Hayti, Missouri.
Not a good situation. It's moving right into town here.
Haiti. I slowly just inched my way north towards the town of Hayti as this tornado was marching towards the interstate.
Didn't it just say Haiti? Why is it now saying Hayti?
That guy needs to not go any further forward.
Oh.
It's crossing in front of me. Yes, I know. Alright, it's crossing in front of me.
And you're just going for it? What?
Two other storm chasers, Brad Arnold and Nick Gorman, are up ahead of Max and film the tornado as it crosses the interstate.
Go backwards now. I can go backwards up the ramp, but you're good. It's right there in front of us. Ship cross right here. Yep, it is. Yeah, I saw a power flash. It's right there. Yeah. Right there. Tornado crossing I-55. Right there. Got it. Right there. Got it.
Unfortunately, they are also catching the next tragedy on film. Just to the east, truck driver George Martin is unknowingly driving into the path of the tornado as the winds begin to sweep across Interstate 55. Martin's truck is swept off the road, critically injuring him. He would die a week later. Only a couple miles to the east, neither 28-year-old Mark Travis nor his girlfriend Leanne know that they are driving directly into the path of the tornado. As they drive down Highway 84, the heavy rain and darkness completely obscures the tornado from view, meaning they are only alerted to the danger when violent winds suddenly sweep across the road. A utility pole is suddenly thrown down in front of them, leaving no time to slow down, resulting in a high-speed collision. In the crash, Leanne is extremely injured, and Mark is unfortunately fatally injured. Max, now crossing the tornado's path, comes face to face with the reality of what's happening as he finds multiple semi-trucks flipped with several injuries.
God damn it.
Right here. That's cable figure. It's just cable figure. He's crawling out. Wait.
No.
Hey! Get inside! Right here? Huh? Want to get in here? Here, hop out. See if he's okay. Hey! Get in!
To the west of I-55, the violence of winds
ICP's
even more.
so aggressive saying that, like, get inside, like, Jesus.
The path these
Like, yeah, okay, fine. I see you're trying to save my life, but
Hayti to the south.
he's saying that like it's a fucking
of Crothersville. Factory lights from
like a
warehouse
policeman
along
talking
the
to a
riverbank
criminal or something.
illuminate the wedge, briefly displaying its violent motion as Max frantically zooms tighter.
It was around this time that the tornado was approaching the Mississippi River, and this is when that large light was able to illuminate the funnel to where you could truly see the violent motion. As if it already wasn't prevalent enough before with the continuous lightning, now it was just so vivid. You could very clearly see how intense this thing was, and it was just churning its way off in the distance.
God, I think after this video I might be done. I am getting super sleepy out of nowhere. Jesus. Almost, it's about to be 3 AM. Oh boy.
Melissa Copeland and her husband see the tornado in the distance from across the river and begin a Facebook Live to alert neighbors and family of what they're seeing in the distance.
He said it's going north.
I don't know if y'all can see that on video, but we were heading back home from being at someone's house for shelter, and we seen the tornado. There was a bunch of people parked at the overpass, and then there was another funnel cloud forming as well. This is towards Crothersville around Great River Road.
There's another one.
I don't know if y'all can see this or not when the lightning strikes.
The tornado is still obscenely violent. Douglas Lewis, a crewmate aboard a tugboat on the Mississippi, notices a dark mass approaching. Simultaneously, the emergency alert system blares that a tornado emergency, the rarest tornado warning possible, has been issued, and those in the path need to take immediate shelter. However, there is virtually no shelter on a boat stranded in the Mississippi River. With no other option, Douglas just films the wall of death approaching them.
Supposed to cross the river right here where we're at. I think that's it. So we got a front row seat, that's for damn sure.
Couldn't you... I don't know. Would it be safer if they tried swimming? Maybe go underground, like as far as long as they could? Underground, I mean underwater. I don't know.
Draws closer. He ducks below deck with the rest of his crewmates. The winds batter the tugboat, but in some miracle, everyone on board survives. An anemometer on board recorded a wind gust of 121 miles per hour as the boat narrowly avoided being destroyed.
Oh shit.
To the north, another crewmate, Keith Fowler, also filmed a large tornado approaching.
Oh.
To the south,
Let me just
different
quickly
tugboat.
check. Into one. I don't want me just a sec. Okay. That's almost 200 kilometers an hour.
Is
Winds,
capturing something
Jesus
else
Christ.
Because the tornado is so close, the boat's onboard radar, typically used for navigation, is actually scanning the tornado's funnel. The radar scan shows an incredible spiral of rain circling the vortex, with a defined eye.
Yeah, how is it scanning
this
that?
is the
Wait, what?
exact moment
Isn't
the
it
tornado is now crossing into Tennessee,
supposed
officially
to-
making the tornado a tri-state tornado, one of only a few tornadoes to ever achieve this feat in recorded history. The tornado crosses the meandering river, jumping between Missouri and Tennessee until it makes landfall on the Tennessee side of the river after 8 whole miles of travel, beelining straight for the south edge of Campbell's Point, a town south of Tiptonville. Another disaster is coming into fruition. The tornado scrapes the south edge of town, with its wind field ripping roofs and injuring multiple people. But for the people staying at the large Blue Ridge hunting resort, the tornado does anything but scrape it. Jamie Antonio Hall, brother-in-law Steve Gunn, and Steve's son Grayson are in a group of 8 people who have traveled from Florida to the resort for a duck hunting trip. As night arrives, the 3 of them return to the top floor of their hotel to get some sleep. The rest of the family goes to stay in the resort's clubhouse. But as the tornado approaches, those in the clubhouse are able to rush into a bathroom stall in the bottom floor. As the tornado sweeps through the resort, the clubhouse is demolished, with only the bathroom stall that the 5 people are sheltering in standing. At the resort, the 3 men are oblivious to the danger until they're awoken by the sound of the roof giving way. In just seconds, the hotel is gutted, whilst nearby trees are debarked and reduced to stubs. The cabin that Jamie, Steve, and Grayson are in feels the worst of the impact. The entire top story is shredded away. All 3 men would be found deceased in the rubble. The tornado is now
No
growing
way.
smaller, but that doesn't stop the now record-breaking path length. It crosses the
It's
Blue
still
Basin Lake
going.
into Samsburg. On the south side of town, many poorly constructed homes collapse, with some reduced to nothing. In one home, 72-year-old Danny Inman Sr. does not make it as his home collapses onto him. The tornado moves into the heart of Samsburg, where the fire department is struck. A group of firefighters are pinned under debris as the structure collapses around them, rendering them unable to respond to victims in Samsburg and in the Blue Ridge Resort. The police department and City Hall are also severely damaged, along with 25% of all buildings in the town. Miraculously, no one else dies in town. Barely 2 miles after the tornado exited Samsburg, the tornado suddenly weakens and dies. The monster is done, but the impacts are not. While somehow narrowly missing the center of over 7 communities, 9 lives had been lost and hundreds of structures had been destroyed. Being the lesser-known sibling of the subsequent Mayfield tornado, many of the homes and people affected by the tornado never got the attention or aid that they really needed, even though the intensity and the duration of the tornado was mind-blowing. This is the case with many of the other tornadoes during the December 10th, 2021 tornado outbreak, highlighting the importance to not forget the victims in towns that aren't in the limelight. Donation links will be provided in the description. If you enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe.
Oh damn, that was so great. Hey, shoot. Why is it doing that? Why does it all just immediately go to the next video? Is there supposed to be an autoplay thing that I can deactivate? Me. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream. I am tired. Very sleepy. Yeah. Bid you farewell. I'll see you next time. Drink water. I don't know, I'm too tired. Bye bye, until the next one. Bye.